What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of Pop Culture Geekly. This week, we're taking a look at all the pop culture news, including, you guessed it, more Deadpool. So sit back and relax. Nick, what do you got for us?
What do I got for you? I got PT news.
You got PT news?
Yeah. Me and Corey, yesterday we released a video, Far Cry Primal, Quest for the Bear and the Badger.
Winja, winja, uda, taka, winja. Or is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We tamed a badger.
We tamed a badger and a bear.
It was the greatest thing that's ever happened.
You should check that out. And it looks like on Friday we're releasing the second part to our Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time.
That's me and Nick. We're lovers in a dangerous space time.
But anyway, look for that video on Friday and come visit us on plastictombstonestudios.com and follow us on Twitter. TMB.
At Plastic
STONE.
Tombstone, without a no.
Yep.
Because Twitter doesn't like O's.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's true.
So guess what happens when fucking
They go to bed disappointed.
Cheerios show up? They're not having any of it.
I got nothing.
What did you say?
Oh,
I didn't even hear. I'm sorry. We
You-
stepped on each other.
you said Twitter doesn't like O's, so I said they go to bed disappointed.
Oh, nice. That was a good one. Guys, go back and cut out my joke. Go with Nick's. But we got some more incredible Batman versus Superman news, guys.
Uh-oh.
You'll never guess. Not only do we have a running time, we know that there will be a director's cut, and it might be rated R.
There you go.
Probably right. It's just more violence, right? Like, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna,
all it's going to be.
It's not like it's gonna be like Batman's like, "Fuck you, you piece of shit."
I mean, he might.
Superman."
Maybe Lex Luthor will cuss or something.
Oh, cool. Jesse Eisenberg might cuss. Cool. Awesome.
I'm just saying, it's
Listen,
positive.
I love Batman and I love Superman and I love DC Comics, but
Are you sick of the Batman versus Superman news?
sometimes, well, it's just I'm sick of what they consider news.
It's true.
It's like, oh man, fucking guess what? We got some news. They cut. There was 41 pages cut out of the script. Great, awesome. Yet again, another week. Deadpool's #1 in the box office.
Third week in a row.
31.5 million. Still going strong. It beat out Gods of Egypt. Which, what was it, Nick? What was that number you threw at me earlier?
It's a $140 million movie that made $5 million.
Do you think they were banking on the fact that Gerard Butler was in there being like sort of 300-ish again? Like that's what they were hoping
probably.
would happen? Because he's like, spot. Like, I mean.
Well, it was what was his name? Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Right.
He's Danish. And
And a Scottish Egyptian.
so
we're
people were upset about that. Like,
Well, I can imagine. Like the whitest Egyptians you've ever seen.
it's true. People were pissed when it came out, and I don't know why they bothered to even make it.
I mean, I know it's like based on a comic book property. I know
Yeah.
that, but I'm just like, well, I told you my thing was, look at that marketing job they did with it. They're like, hey, this comes out in a week. We should probably put something out, right? I mean, that's it. Like it was.
Yeah, it's like they
nothing.
finished it and they were like, "Wait, we were supposed to do something. What? Oh, trailers and
We didn't even
advertisements."
make a poster for this.
But yeah,
I would have loved to have seen like a kindergarten poster, like some kid just drew a white on notebook paper. It was like Gods of Egypt with like the E backwards.
that'd have been good. I mean, I'm sure there was posters. Let me see if I can find a Gods of Egypt poster.
I mean, you probably won't be able to. Oh no, there's a review. Should we read the worst reviews? Is that
No,
what we
let's-
should do real quick?
Let's not do that. Here we go. Here's a nice poster right here.
What is happening on that?
That looks like a gold eagle attacking a gold
Eagle.
eagle. Two gold eagles attacking each other.
One of them's got to be a good guy though, right? Because it's got blue eyes. And the
Yeah, clearly one of them is a Sith and one of them is a Jedi.
blue eyes gold eagle. That's a new That's a new Yu-Gi-Oh card. I just made up.
Blue eyes gold eagle. It beats your.
What is this thing? I hope you put up all of this.
That looks like Goldman.
It's Goldar.
It might be Goldar.
You need to put all these things up because
Look at this. That's weird.
I don't understand. I don't know a lot about this comic. I knew that it was one. That's all I got. But the movie, when I saw the trailer for it, I was just like, oh, it's just two sort of stars like
Sort of star.
oh, I
That's
mean,
kind of mean to say.
is it?
Two sort of stars.
Is it because Gerard Butler? Like, no offense, the dude's awesome, but what's the last thing he was in? Olympus Has Fallen, and now they're making London Has Fallen. That movie was fallen because it was terrible. And that guy, all he is Jamie Lannister or whatever.
He's all well. You got to give him a chance.
He was also in that The Other Woman movie with Cameron Diaz. We don't count that though because that movie was terrible.
I didn't see it.
It also had Kate Upton in it. That tells you that acting ability. I'm being really mean today. I'm sorry.
You are being really mean.
So anyway, Gods of Egypt failed,
Miserably.
and
Sadly.
Deadpool didn't. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, the big risk of Hollywood. Deadpool's going strong, man. It'll lose next week.
Well, what's coming out to go?
I
up
think that
against it?
Zootopia movie comes out next week. It'll probably
Oh.
lose to that.
Well, yeah, because little kids will be able to go. Little kids probably have seen. There was a ton of little kids when we saw Deadpool.
Yeah.
Not to mention the second time I saw it, I was like, Jesus, there was like some fucking 4-year-olds in there watching it.
Yeah. I mean, really, it wasn't. I don't know.
I guess it just depends.
It was built up a lot to be this super crass movie, and I did not think it was a super crass.
I didn't think it
movie.
was as bad as everybody was making it out to be.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean,
It has the best opening credits probably of all time.
yeah, it was.
for sure.
It was good. We'll stick to movie news. Pacific Rim 2.
Uh-oh.
It might be coming back.
I know that you're all about it.
Oh man, Guillermo del Toro is not directing it anymore. The guy who ran the first season of Daredevil is doing it now.
Oh, that's cool.
So
So there'll
That's
be a
back
shot
from
of
the
them
dead?
fighting in a hallway.
probably the biggest hallway in the goddamn world.
It'll be the Grand Canyon. One continuous
that movie-
shot down the Grand Canyon of fucking kaiju and goddamn, what's the other thing called?
A Jaeger.
Yeah, that's it. Fighting each other.
I loved Pacific Rim. It was awesome.
You just love Charlie Day. That's what.
I'm okay with Charlie Day, but yeah, it died and came back, died and it came back, died and came
What
back.
if they do
now
a
it's back.
Pacific Rim Horrible Bosses crossover?
What would the point of that be?
It would be
It's like a giant
Jason
Kevin
Bateman.
Spacey robot.
Yeah, Jason Bateman, Charlie Day.
Okay, let me tell
Jason Sudeikis trying to kill a giant Kevin Spacey robot.
you. Let me. I'm gonna.
But they need motherfucking Jones. They gotta go get him. They gotta go pull him out of his fucking Pinkberry that he bought at the end of the second one.
I'm gonna blow your mind here.
Are you? What's
Yes.
happening?
So we were going through movie trailers the other day,
Oh yeah,
and there is a movie coming out
where Kevin Spacey plays a cat.
where Kevin Spacey
That's what I saw.
is embodied inside of a cat. It's called Nine Lives.
Oh my god,
It
is he Frank Underwood as a cat?
like seriously, the trailer's just like it'll show the cat like doing crazy cat things with CG face and stuff, and then it'll just you just hear Kevin Spacey go.
I wish people could see
Leave me
my
alone.
face right now because I am fucking mind blown.
I'll post a picture of the.
Nine
Post a picture of the
Lives,
poster. It's
starring
called Nine
Kevin
Lives.
Spacey and Jennifer Garner.
So anyway, this Nine Lives movie, it's just I'll show you the trailer when we're done. It's like seriously like the cat. He's doing all these crazy CG stuff.
Is it?
And then you just hear Kevin Spacey. Like it sounded like he recorded it like across the room, sitting down while he was reading a newspaper. He's like, "Come on, guys, stop. That's not funny."
Oh man.
Oh boy. You remember how enthusiastic Bill Murray was to play Garfield?
To play Garfield, yeah.
It's worse than that.
How Kevin Spacey's awesome though. How is this happening?
That's what I said.
His life
I
isn't
said
falling apart, is it?
I said Kevin Spacey. What's wrong
Are
with
we
you?
sure this isn't a Saturday Night Live sketch? or
No, it's
something?
100% legit
Okay.
trailer. It is.
Okay, but if
banana.
Kevin Spacey cat, if he fucking shows up with Kylo Ren's lightsaber, I'll know something's up.
I'm telling you, man. It looked unreal when I saw it.
I mean, it sounds awful. It sounds like one of the worst things I've ever heard of.
Well, I mean, voiceover work is nothing.
I
It's
mean,
like
I understand.
3 hours of your time for like
and plus,
however
you don't
much.
ever have to go anywhere. You can just do it from home, basically. It's
Yeah.
like we could be doing voiceover right now. And be like, "Come on, guys, I'm just a cat."
I'm just a cat. It is crazy.
It's so crazy.
It's not like he's a cat who's talking like he's.
You know, he's like an awesome impressionist, right? Like Kevin Spacey.
Well, he's doing a good impression of having a shitty career because that's not the move you make. Oh, I'm gonna. That's
speaking
terrible.
Speaking of, hold on, what was I saying? Oh, speaking of voiceover and Bill Murray, he's fucking doing it again as Baloo in Jungle Book. You think
Yep.
it'll be better than Garfield?
I hope so. I think Jungle Book, the live action Jungle Book's good.
Well, that's because Jon Favreau's doing it, so win.
Well, he did in Cowboys vs. Aliens. Remember that movie?
Yes, where Harrison Ford pulled classic Harrison Ford, and it was like, a gun. Because that's what he sounds like if he's not Han Solo.
Oh God, I forgot Harrison Ford was even in that movie.
That's I didn't, because I couldn't understand a goddamn word he was saying to Daniel Craig. Olivia Wilde.
We gotta go.
You were James Bond.
Cowboys.
I mean, it's like I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, in more movie news, the Pete's Dragon trailer came out. Did you see that?
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I actually really loved that movie when I was a kid.
Well, people are a little upset it's different. I don't remember Pete's Dragon well enough,
I remember the shit out of it.
but it was the kid lost in the woods and he made a dragon friend? Is that
No,
that's how the new
not
movie
at
is.
all.
They like find this kid and he's been living in the jungle for like 6 years and they don't know how he survived.
No, that is not it. That's Jungle Book with a dragon.
That's what it is. A little kid who's living in a jungle, and then at the end it's revealed he was raised by a dragon. That's Pete's Dragon.
I don't like that.
It has it has Robert Redford. Robert Redford. It has Robert.
It's Robert Redford. Robert Redford. He plays a dragon. And that's the voice that I heard come out.
It has Robert Redford in it and Bryce Dallas Howard. So
Bryce Dallas Howard. Oh my God! Do you think she makes the dragon fight a T-Rex?
it could be the only
and
way.
Runs from it in high heels, and everybody gets very upset that she could ever outrun a T-Rex in high heels. I think.
Why was everybody so upset about that?
I
Did
don't
it matter?
know. No. Also, people were very upset that Chris Pratt flirted with her. They were like, "She's a strong, independent woman." It's like, all he's doing is flirting. Is that wrong now? What's happening?
You can't do that. You can't flirt.
Chris Pratt should be in everything. I'm gonna throw that. I say that every time. I think. Also, is T.J. Miller in Non-Loves as a cat? That would be amazing.
No, T.J. Miller is not.
T.J. Miller needs to voice over everything that gets voiceovers.
He is the voice of the Mucinex guy.
Oh, I know about that.
Oh, T.J. Miller.
Well, love it.
There's our obligatory T.J. Miller news.
Oh, there'll be more, I'm sure.
He's the voice of the Mucinex snot blob.
Okay, I've got something over here. So I guess Fox finally announced Predator 4. Did you see that?
Yeah. Like they announced it, but there's nothing. Nobody knows anything about it.
It's written and directed. Supposedly, they found out this week that it's supposed to be written and directed by Shane Black, who did Iron Man 3, and also some
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yep,
that movie's awesome.
I know. So Predator 4 could be kind of cool, right? Like
Yeah.
just based on that alone.
It's gonna be on Christmas.
Christmas.
All Shane Black's movies take place on Christmas.
Oh my God, that's a really good point. Do you think that he's also that Predator is gonna like fight Santa? Fucking Bill Goldberg Santa. What was that movie?
You mean Santa's sleigh?
That's it.
Let me tell you a little bit about Santa's sleigh. Santa's sleigh was a horror vehicle for the wrestler Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg, he speared everyone.
And the plot of the movie, I'm sorry. I have a hard time getting this out because it's like I haven't talked about Santa's sleigh much.
And this is Robert Redford. Sorry, that voice might be my new favorite thing.
I have fucking Marvel mouth. Shut up for a second.
So Santa's
Anyway,
sleigh.
Santa's sleigh. It involved Robert Redford. Like my shitty Adam Sandler. Robert Redford. Robert Redford.
Hullabaloo.
It's Robert Redford. That's all I can say in it. It's Robert Redford. Anyway, Santa's sleigh was Santa lost a bet and he had to deliver toys.
I have not seen this movie in a long time. I watched it with you, I believe.
Yeah, well, there's a little claymation classic Christmas style, and it was Santa making a bet with an angel, and he lost the bet, so he had to deliver presents to the kids.
If there's anything classic Santa, it's making bets.
I guess the movie takes place after Santa's little bet ran out.
Oh.
So he could be evil again. So he started killing a whole bunch of people.
That was the premise? I don't even remember that.
That was the premise. That was the premise
Woo!
of Santa's
So
Sleigh.
now look forward to this Christmas. You're gonna have Predator versus Santa's Sleigh. Bill Goldberg. That's what I'm calling Predator for. That's my synopsis.
Iron Man 3 was good. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was good. So stands to reason it'll have a little.
It's gonna have to be. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like no cast or anything for it yet. Do you think they bring Arnold back?
No, Arnold doesn't need to be doing anything.
Why not, man? He was pretty good in Genesis. He was the best part of Genesis.
I still haven't seen it. I heard
Oh,
it was.
well.
I heard it was bad.
It's not great, but he was definitely the only part worth watching to me. That Amelia Clark chick was awful, and her and that dude that played like the guy from the first movie, but it's not. It's the same guy, but it's not the same guy because it's a different actor, because it's a different time period, different because it's fucking confusing as shit.
Yeah.
There was no chemistry between those people. It was like robots talking to walls. It was awful.
Oh,
Sorry,
everybody had.
Darius, but you are not the mother of these goddamn dragons.
Everybody had really high hopes for that movie.
I mean, I didn't think it was even really that bad. I mean, it's just like that part was hard to watch. It
Yeah.
was very hard to watch anytime that was involved. Also, the whole idea of, spoiler alert, John Connor becomes a fucking
That they
dude.
ruined in the. That's why I didn't go see it. They ruined it in the trailer.
Yeah, he's a fucking
Oh,
Terminator all of a sudden. Or,
John Connor heel turn. Who gives? Oh, thanks.
but then they can save him somehow.
Ugh,
Does that make any sense?
no.
You know, it does make sense. Arnold Schwarzenegger's still a charming motherfucker.
Well, he's doing Mobile Strike commercials now.
Yeah, so is Rob Gronkowski of the New England Patriots, but he's still relevant. So.
Why? How do they afford that?
I don't know.
Do
Because
they make that much money?
Well, think
off
about all
those-
the microtransactions in those games, and people fucking love them.
Ugh,
Remember when Farmville was a thing?
I do.
You know how much money people made off that fucking stupid game where it's like, lend a chicken to your neighbor and here it costs $5. I don't. That's what happened. That's how they make money. It's like, oh, I'm gonna launch a fucking missile strike. Well, that's $1.99.
Are we going to keep rolling with movie news? Are we going
mean-
to talk about The Rock as the star of the Baywatch movie?
Is that something that we need to bring up? I
It-
feel like everybody knows that, right? Along with Zac Efron.
But it's what is the Baywatch movie going to be?
It's gonna be The Rock and Zac Efron running shirtless down a beach. It's gonna be Baywatch. I mean, I don't know what else to tell
Well,
you.
didn't they like make all those?
No, they're gonna do it Fast and Furious style.
That's what I mean. Or is it going to be
they're
like
gonna be secret agents now.
they're going to be like
They gotta
undercover?
swim fast. It's not about swimming fast this time. What if that's what it was? That would be amazing.
Swim fast. It's not about swimming fast this time. And like the watchtower's going to explode.
And then The Rock at some point will say, "Daddy,
He's gonna resuscitate somebody by rock bottoming him into the sand.
Oh my God, I would love it. You know I'll watch the
he's
shit out of it.
not Oh. breathing. Boom.
You know I'll watch the shit out of it. I can't help it. It's The Rock. The Rock. You put The Rock on anything. He shits on anything. It turns to gold. It's
What about that Return to Mystery Island or whatever the hell that movie was?
Witch Tower Mountain? What was that? What it was called? Witch Tower Mountain. Return to Witch Tower. Return to Witch Mountain. That was it.
Escape
Right?
from Witch Mountain.
Oh, Escape from Witch Mountain.
And then he made a Mysterious Island one where he made his pecs dance.
I don't remember that.
And he
one.
was with-
I must not have seen that.
And
That
he
makes
was
me very
with that
sad.
kid from the Hunger Games.
Which one?
The short one.
Oh, that's right. Was that not Escape from Witch Mountain?
No, that was another one.
Oh, I don't know.
He,
I don't know that one.
He
You
did.
mean Petra? No, what is that kid's name? Pekka? No,
Pekka. I think it was
Pecorine?
Pekka. It was Pecorine.
That's a fucking goalie for the Nashville Predators.
I think it was Penne Rigette.
What was that kid's name? It's like Penny?
I think it was Peter.
PETA. That's it. It's PETA because I was like, that's a name? PETA?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. So it'll be Zac Efron and The Rock showing off their bodies. And then there'll be, guess what, Nick? I'm going to fucking blow your mind right now. You ready? There's going to be hot chicks showing off their bodies. Whoa.
I don't even remember Baywatch. I never watched it.
Well,
Was it a big deal?
Yeah, people fucking loved it. They fucking loved Baywatch, man. The Hoff, you don't hassle the Hoff, and he was running down that beach, and he was like, him and fucking Pamela Anderson was CJ. That was her name. In that?
I have no idea.
They were loving all over each other.
They were loving all over each other. All I can remember about David Hasselhoff is that he had a cheeseburger on the floor.
That is one of your favorite things of all time, isn't it? Every time David, if the name David's brought up, you're like, oh, you let me like David Hasselhoff when he ate cheeseburger on the floor.
It's amazing. You not remember? Yeah, I know
mean,
you
I
remember
it.
Oh,
I actually just watched the video recently because
what did he say in that? He just
I
like
don't know. It was fucking mind blowing though, and mind boggling. I could not understand what was happening. That's what happens when you're that drunk.
I mean, he doesn't remember it, obviously.
No, but neither do the Germans because they love him. Because he sings really well in German. Ich liebe es. Something like that.
I'm over David Hasselhoff jokes. Can I say that?
I mean, I think so is the world. So
it's like when
might be late to the party.
It's like when Chuck Norris became like a parody of himself.
Yeah.
And then there was Chuck Norris jokes everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was like, come on, okay, we get it. Chuck Norris.
Remember when Chuck Norris made his own Chuck Norris joke?
Did he?
In Expendables 2? Yeah, you didn't see that?
Oh, God, I forgot. I remember he said something. I don't remember what it was because it was Chuck Norris talking, so I was immediately bored.
That may have been my favorite thing.
Come on. He opens his mouth. He's like, hey, guys, it's me, Chuck Norris.
You must not have been a Walker, Texas Ranger fan.
I was
like
not.
I was.
No,
Oh,
nobody
my
was.
God. Go back and watch that show now. It is. Oh, it was terrible then. I still liked it.
All he does is
now,
like,
holy shit.
And did you see when Chuck Norris had the jetpack?
No.
Do you remember
Is that a real thing?
That's a real episode.
Chuck Norris had a jetpack.
He had to get to the top.
Was he a fucking rocket man?
He's the Rocketeer. He had to get to the roof.
The Rocketeer?
He had to get to the roof to stop crime.
Was it on fire?
No, it looked like, you know those jetpacks that go over the water that look like they blow the water down and you hover over the water?
So they didn't need any water. They let that motherfucker burn.
It wasn't fire, but it was just like a lot of smoke. And you could tell it was just Chuck Norris on like a wire going straight up in the air.
That sounds awesome.
And you'll never guess what he did when he got to the roof.
Did he kick somebody?
He roundhouse kicked like
Speaking
5
of
people.
kicks, oh my God, Chuck Norris. Do you remember the movie Sidekicks?
Sidekicks? Vaguely.
Because that used to be one of my favorite movies as a child.
So that was like the kid was like having daydreams about Chuck Norris?
Yes. About being his sidekick, man.
But
they had to rescue a damsel in distress, and all of his he kept passing out because he had really bad asthma or some shit.
So in real life he had asthma.
Yeah,
and
he would like pass out, and he'd be like, "Oh man," he would have dreams about like Delta Force, basically.
Was Mr. Miyagi his teacher? Who was his teacher in that?
No, it was an old Japanese guy though, or Chinese. I'm not 100%.
We're gonna
sure.
IMDb it real quick.
You're gonna have to, but yeah, I recognize the guy from other stuff, but I couldn't tell you.
That was basically the Karate Kid with Chuck Norris.
Basically, yeah. His whole dream was to meet Chuck Norris by winning a fucking.
Yeah, if he won the tournament, Chuck Norris was like there, right?
Yeah, he got to win. He got to talk to Chuck Norris or something. I think Chuck Norris gives him a thumbs up in that movie. That's how he wins, because Chuck Norris looks at him and gives him a thumbs up.
Bo Bridges was in that movie. Jonathan Brandis. That was Barry Gabruski.
That's right.
It was Mako. He died not too long ago.
Yes, he did. That's him though. He taught him how to fucking be good at asthma, I guess. I don't know. It
was a poor Karate Kid ripoff.
It was
better than
for some
the next
reason
Karate
I
Kid.
loved it. Well, did you see that movie? Hilary Swank, she was stealing all the scenes.
So I mixed up the next Karate Kid and Sidekicks, by the way, because I thought Hilary Swank had asthma for the longest time.
She could have. Who can tell?
I think she was just troubled.
Oh my God! I really wish that we could just watch Sidekicks now.
You might have to.
We may. You know what we might have to do?
Just watch the Karate Kid because that one lives up.
Well, no, those are great movies. We might need to watch Sidekicks and just do a commentary track about it while we watch it. Would that not be fun?
It'd be good times.
I think we would have a great time. So there's a rumor that Domino might be in Deadpool 2.
Nice. I did some Domino research, by the way.
Oh, did you?
I did. I found out.
Did you go play with some old ladies? And
No, I set them up in a long line. It took me like 3 hours. I knocked it over. And I was like, I understand Domino now.
Oh, God. Were those terrible?
Apparently, she has the mutant power of super luck.
That's what it is?
That's what it is. And she is second in command of the X-Force.
Oh, yeah. They're talking about making an X-Force movie. That's another thing I saw.
Well, Ryan Reynolds really wants to make an X-Force movie. That's like his
they were saying that could be one of the unnamed Marvel projects that they've got in the work, which you would assume number 2 is
Here's the
Deadpool,
thing,
right?
Who
Deadpool
who should be Cable?
Well, have you seen everybody's mocking up Stephen Lang and Keira Knightley? I think it'd be amazing if they got Keira Knightley to actually be Cable. Could you imagine? I mean, just because it's like, I mean, how awesome would that be?
Let me see. Where does he look like?
You gotta look up. Well, you don't know what Cable. I know what Cable looks like, but if you need to see Cable and then look at the mock-ups, it's pretty impressive.
Keira Knightley?
Keira Knightley. I swear to God, she looks awesome. Just
As
put
Cable?
Put Keira Knightley Cable.
I thought you were saying Keira Knightley, but
because
then
they make that joke. Remember at the end? Look at her. Look how badass she looks.
yeah, but you know who else would make a better Cable?
Who's that? Stephen Lang?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Ready for it?
Liam Neeson?
I think you'll see it.
Ron Perlman. Come on.
He would look just like Cable.
Hellboy and I don't know.
He'd be a good Cable.
No, I don't think he would be. I think Stephen Lang would be a better Cable. Have you seen the mock-ups of him as Cable?
I have not.
Look up Stephen Lang Cable right now.
I'm typing in Ron Perlman Cable. Hang on.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
I'm a Ron Perlman fan.
I know you
I don't
are.
think
you love Sons of Anarchy.
It's a good show. I watched the whole thing. It's totally fine.
You know what? I'm okay with it too, but I actually like The Shield better, which was the first show.
Yeah. A Shield was good.
I'm a fan of Michael Chiklis though.
I mean,
look,
yeah,
Stephen Lang would
Stephen
be
Lang
a pretty
could do
damn
it.
good Cable too. They've done Liam Neeson too. You should might as well look that up.
What about
That's him right there.
Where?
That's Liam Neeson as Cable right there. The one with the blue eye down to the right. I'm pretty sure that's the one of Liam Neeson. He looks pretty cool too.
I feel like a lot of people could probably play him. What about John Hamm as Cable?
That's another people have been really saying that too.
He could probably do it.
Well, I mean, John Hamm could pull off anything though. Let's be honest.
I think Cable's not Deadpool. Let's be honest. He could probably be filled by
That's
anybody.
true. Yeah.
It's not like, oh, let's make T.J. Miller Deadpool.
I think
it wouldn't have worked.
I think Keira Knightley as as Cable would be so cool.
Could work.
Keanu Reeves Cable.
I'm interested to see how that works.
But Keanu Reeves is Cable. Me too.
No, I'm interested to see who Cable is, who they pick.
I don't know. I'm telling you, man. I think Keira Knightley would be really cool. It'd just be an interesting idea. I don't know. See, my thing is I don't know a ton about Domino. I just know people are excited because she's like Deadpool's Harley Quinn, sort of.
Yeah, like I
right?
said,
like that's why people like her because she's kind of the Harley Quinn sort of.
I guess. I don't know. It goes back and forth because she was linked to Cable a lot too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I don't know because
I did a little research.
I know my DC stuff. I couldn't tell you. I can't really tell you shit about Marvel.
Cable is a time traveling son of Jean Grey and Cyclops, who goes back and forth into the future because he was born.
Was he born in the days of future past? Hey-o!
He was born with a disease that wasn't cured until way in the future, so they sent him to the future, and now Cable just goes back and forth.
Oh, that's cool.
So
that's a power. Does that make him a mutant?
No, that's why he's half cyborg and stuff.
Oh, so he's a Terminator.
I guess I don't know. I guess they just gave him the power to travel back and forth through time.
They said, "Hey, you're Terminator now." Fox announced 2 unnamed Marvel movies, which I sort of talked about, but they're saying it's probably Deadpool 2 and the next X-Men, or possibly an X-Force movie, just because of the rousing success of Deadpool.
Yeah.
So they just ride it forever.
That would make sense.
They would treat it like a pony. They'd ride it, jump on it.
Oh God, some genuine right there.
Their saddle's waiting. And then I guess with those, it's going to push the sequel to Alien up a couple of months. We're now getting that.
So that was originally going to be Prometheus 2.
And now it's Alien
Covenant. And now it's Alien Covenant. Because he said, I don't want to make an Alien sequel. And everybody's like, why not?
Why not? Because Prometheus was fucking terrible.
It was super boring, right?
Remember my biggest complaint with it? Just run right. That wheel's following them for about 17 minutes. Just run to one direction, right or left.
So there was a super annoying thing that happened. I kind of have heartburn because of Alien Covenant, because Neil Blomkamp was going to do the actual sequel to Aliens.
Oh, really? Like the District 9 guy, right?
Yeah. He did mock-ups of it It was Hicks was still alive. His
What?
face was burnt. The movie was gonna act like 3 and 4 never happened.
Oh, I like
It was
that.
gonna pick up right after 2, and Ripley was on like
So
a
they were going to
station.
be like, oh, you know that person that you tried so hard to save? She's dead now. Fuck her. That
Pretty much.
That was one of my biggest complaints. What was that? Was that in the third one? That was at the beginning of the third one, right? Like they're like, we saved her.
We saved that little girl.
We saved that little girl. Now she's dead. Fuck her.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, she's technically still alive, and
that's what I'm saying. So that
well, she's still alive in the new, and they were going to use it as a launch pad. She was going to be the new Ripley,
Right.
and it was going to be like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but better and works because Shia LaBeouf's not Indiana Jones. Let's be honest.
And Shia LaBeouf's not in it. So he's not like.
But they tried.
Just do it.
Do you remember at the end of Crystal Skull when he picked up the hat and Harrison Ford was like, "Not yet."
Not yet, and he was like, "Thank God."
I think he should have said "not ever" because that should not have happened.
If they should just redo that scene with Chris Pratt picking that head up and be like,
There you go.
now it's fine.
Chris Pratt might be too muscly to be Indiana Jones.
Chris Pratt needs to do everything Harrison Ford ever did.
Ugh.
Any movie Harrison Ford's been in, just remake it with Chris Pratt. It'll be fun. Working Girl, let's get it.
Working Girl. Jesus.
We'll get Chris Pratt and we'll have Anna Kendrick play what's her face's part.
Can we stop remaking things?
No, because it's
When are they going to remake Back to the Future?
that? If they touch that, I'm done. Because Back to the Future,
it's not too long, man.
Back to the Future, they talked about it for a while. There was a rumor that they were going to remake it with Justin Bieber as Marty McFly. That is a real thing, and it was being talked about. Could you imagine?
Justin Bieber.
What? Plus,
The Biebs.
who the fuck do you get to take over as Doc Brown?
You just get Christopher Lloyd. What's he doing?
I mean, you're not. But I'm saying if they did,
They're
try to replace
always
him,
watching. Remember Angels in the Outfield?
yes, I loved Angels in that because he was in it.
So was
Do you
Matthew
remember
McConaughey.
Angels in the End Zone
Oh god.
with.
The terrible direct-to-video
It was-
sequel
It's awesome.
that had
it
Christopher
had-
Lloyd
it
in it
had
for like 4 minutes.
Joey Lawrence in it. No, wait, what was the Matt Lawrence, the middle one? It had him in it.
Speaking of 90s inspirational sports movies, you can't do it without talking about
Rookie of the Year.
Little Giants.
Oh, Little Giants! I love that movie.
Ugh.
Remember when he couldn't catch it unless it was toilet paper?
And then he pretended it was toilet paper. And that somehow he caught it.
That's amazing. What about the Big Green?
Oh, God.
Steve Guttenberg, the Goot.
The Goot.
I could go on about terrible '90s sports movies. They were all direct to video too.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Big Green may have come out.
I mean, the ultimate 90s sports kids movie was Mighty Ducks.
Oh, dude.
Mighty Ducks 1, and then
Quack,
2 they went
quack,
to Olympics,
quack, quack,
and then 3
quack,
they went to college.
quack, 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 quack. Hey, there was some hazing going on though.
Ugh.
There were some hazing scandals at that college.
Remember that guy told him, you can't play stupid hockey, basically?
Yeah.
Your stupid tricks won't work. And then Emilio Estevez showed up to give you like a 20-minute speech
Because
about
that's what he
moving on.
does. Did you see all the other ones? Because that's what he does. Oh man, we might lose. Don't worry, I'm Emilio Estevez.
I always have
I was in the Breakfast Club. Listen to me.
I always have some emotional speech to give you, and
It's always about 20 minutes too. I think
Oh,
that's
God.
fair.
he's like Alfred in fucking Batman.
Is he?
Remember Michael Caine?
Well, my Bruce,
Bruce,
your parents. he's always started
size
with
of a
your parents.
tangerine. I do not want to see you in this house anymore, because your parents trusted me with the thing they treasured most.
Bruce, your parents trusted me.
Shut up, Michael Caine. We're done with you.
I don't know. Back to the sports movies though. I still honestly like the first two Mighty Ducks. You go back and watch them? They hold up, man. They're still interesting and fun to watch. 'Cause I went and watched them recently.
Kenan Thompson was in all 3 of them.
That's right. He had a mean slap shot.
That wasn't.
Knuckle puck. Knuckle puck. That's
Yeah,
what it was.
I guess he was in the second one, huh?
Yeah, it was the second one. I don't think he was in the first one.
Remember Fulton? He had the mean slap shot, and
I
he
do.
was a Bash brother.
I do. The Bash Brothers were the best.
Oof.
They played air guitar on their hockey sticks.
Oh boy.
What was the name of the one that wasn't Fulton? I don't even remember. He showed up in the second one, right? He wasn't. In the
He
first
showed up in the second one, and then was a late cameo in the third one.
That's right. They just brought him back. They were like, "Yeah, we forgot about him. Put him in.
Put him in real quick. And then Kenan Thompson go do SNL for like 95 years. Is
What's up with that? Ooh wee.
that all the movie news?
What's up with that? Oh, speaking of what's up with that, I guess last thing I've got, it's not movie related, but Rick and Michonne are together.
Rick Schoen?
Rashone.
That happened in the comics, though, right?
Cut me, Mick.
That was,
I actually don't know. I mean,
everybody says it was canon in the comics. So
I think but probably Michonne was kind of with everybody in the comics.
yeah, so I guess it isn't. There's not really anybody left. So let's do possible spoilers for the comics real quick on Walking Dead, because we talked about Norman Reedus leaving, and Negan's supposed to show up at the end of the season.
Yep,
and that shit's gonna go down. But in the comics, it was Glenn. It's gonna be him, right?
Right. He's gonna kill him with Lucille. It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who's left? Because I haven't watched this season. Who's left of the originals right now? Carol, I know she's left.
Rick, Coral,
Michonne, Carl, and Daryl. Is Glenn dead? Did Glenn die?
No, he got
Glenn and Maggie.
He got a jumping the shark kind of death.
Oh, that's right. Because they thought he was dead, but he was underneath the fucking dumpster.
Yeah.
And it was like, how the hell did that happen? So
Yeah.
Glenn and Maggie, they'll probably keep Glenn and Maggie around, right? Because people really like them on the show.
Yeah, but they'll kill one of those two. It's a toss-up which one they'll do.
Well, in the comics, it was Glenn, and then that made Maggie stronger because
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's both of them.
they both die.
Double it up,
That's true.
because if Daryl doesn't want to be in it anymore,
They introduced Jesus.
Yeah.
Who is he's a pretty cool character in the comics. I like him. Is Abraham still alive right now?
Currently yes.
Okay. I think it's about time for him to go too.
Yeah, he's.
Well, I don't know.
you
It all
can't
just
tell
depends,
because they
yeah.
mix up who dies when. So
Have any of the other dudes that were with him died? The scientist in quotations, and I can't remember.
he's
his
still
name.
alive, and what's her name's still alive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I don't remember. It's been so long since I read that part of the comics. So
So apparently George R. R. Martin. Apparently
George R. R. Martin was fishing. I can't help it, dude. Come on. Look at him.
apparently George R. R. Martin wrote a twist in the new Game of Thrones
Oh,
book
yeah, that's
about
not
a character that's already dead in the show.
And it's not going to happen on the show because
It can't.
it can't. Yeah.
So,
I saw that and I was like, this dude's just trolling now, isn't he?
I mean, you don't know. I mean, they probably just killed that person off because they said whatever, and he was like, "I'll just use him later."
That's true.
But maybe, who knows? He's been writing it forever.
I mean, because the show caught up with the books and they just started writing their own shit, didn't they? Because they were
Well,
like,
they know how it's going to end.
okay.
So the book and the movie will end in the same point. Just how they get there is two entirely different paths.
So Jon Snow's still alive. Remember when
I
we talked
think
about
he's
that? I just like to bring it up.
He's
Okay, last bit of TV stuff, just because I finally caught up with Flash and Arrow, and I'm super excited. Spoiler alert, Nick, because I know you watch the show
Oh yeah.
religiously.
Hang on, don't ruin it for me.
Spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't seen it. Motherfucking Jay Garrick is Zoom.
Who?
Zoom, man.
Who's Jay Garrick and who's Zoom?
Jay Garrick is the original Flash. He was the one with the tin hat with the wings.
Okay.
All right. So he showed up from Earth 2. And yeah, there's Earth 2. It's like, come on, Nick.
Earth 2 the sequel.
You've heard it. Listen, if there's anything in comics that we know for sure, there's like 29,000 different universes in Marvel and DC.
Well, that's what happened in the Marvel's end-all thing is all the worlds collided.
Yeah, well, that happened in DC's as well. It was
Yeah.
called Crisis on Infinite Earths.
How
in
are
which
you
the Flash
ever-
died.
How are you ever supposed to keep track of all that?
Flash died and Supergirl died. How are you supposed to keep track of it? Fucking internet, bro. Or read the comics.
I feel like Star-Lord and Rocket Raccoon and Wolverine and the original Thor, and I think everybody died in that. Like the
I
ultimate,
don't know.
it was the ultimate universe and the regular universe crashed, and now it's a mix-up of all of them. So like the original Mr. Fantastic is gone. New evil Mr. Fantastic is there.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom is like God.
Well, that's like, did you see?
I'm super confused. So.
I don't read. This has nothing to do with the Flash or Arrow or anything. But did you see the storyline that happened when they decided, hey, we're gonna kill off Peter Parker, but what we're actually gonna do is have Dr. Octopus become Spider-Man. Like that happened in comics. That's like canon.
Why?
He's called the Superior Spider-Man.
Did he had 4 arms?
No, he's just like
Is he fat? Because Dr. Octopus was always fat.
It's just Peter Parker, but with like Dr. Octopus's mind. And like he took over his body. Like that's a thing that happened. It's called
Why?
Superior Spider-Man. I don't know. I was like, what the fuck?
That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Well, I'm sorry.
Ugh, apologize to everybody.
So anyway, Jay Garrick shows up, right? From Earth 2. He's like, I'm the Flash, but I don't have speed anymore. It's like, oh man, you can't be the Flash if you don't have speed. That's all you got. I mean, I love the Flash, but still. So he shows up, and then it's like, oh no, this evil character's around. Who could it be? Everybody knew. Everybody knew. Although they're saying it's Hunter Zolomon, which is who he was in the actual comics. But it's like they're doing like a different storyline. It's super awesome, Nick. I'm telling you, if you watched it, you would love it. Don't look at me like that.
I'm not. I just don't know what's going on.
Arrow's really good. Shit's getting real, bro.
Shit's getting
DC's
real.
Legends of Tomorrow. Old Oliver showed up. He's missing an arm. It's
Oh.
amazing.
Oh, ooh.
Everything is awesome.
All right, old Oliver.
Dude, Old Ollie? You don't know about Old Ollie.
I don't even know about New Ollie.
That's true. You don't know anything. You don't know anything about good shows.
you know nothing, Nick Snow.
Wow.
Rocket League's getting the Batmobile.
Oh! So
So
excited. You know,
for
I'm
like
gonna-
for $2, you can have the Batmobile, and when you score a goal, it blows up a little bat symbol.
Listen, anytime we play that game, I'm Batmobile because
That's fun.
it's, it's me.
I'm probably gonna get the DeLorean just because
God damn it! That's a hard choice because
Yeah.
the DeLorean's badass. too,
DeLorean's there
but-
too. So it's pretty cool.
But which DeLorean is it from? Are we talking original DeLorean from Back to the Future?
I've just
Are we talking the one with the food processor from Back to the Future 2?
I don't know which one.
Well,
I don't have it yet.
Are you talking about the horse-drawn DeLorean?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the train DeLorean at the end of.
Oh, I don't think that counts as a DeLorean because it's not a
Do you
model.
remember that Key and Peele sketch where they're talking about Gremlins 2 and the guy says,
Oh.
I'm the sequel doctor?
Yeah.
And he says all this ridiculous things that actually happen in Gremlins 2, and he goes,
I do.
all right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm going to go put cowboys in Back to the Future.
Yeah. Awesome.
It was a good sketch.
Listen, Key and Peele, check it out if you haven't watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they're
go
pretty
see
funny.
Keanu when it comes out.
Please do. Watch a little kitten who looks badass, but who is also the cutest thing you've ever seen. All right, so Oscar news?
Yeah.
You want to pull that up real quick? Just so we can make sure we hit all the key spots. Leonardo DiCaprio finally got it, guys,
Yep. He won.
for a movie that he probably really should have won for. I mean, it was a good movie. Did you watch The Revenant?
I haven't seen it yet.
I saw it. It was pretty good. It wasn't bad. The story was like way off compared to the real story, but
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to be that way.
I mean, it was like they just added characters and they were like, it's based on that guy because he lived. It's like basically what happened. The real story is like, hey, that guy, we thought he was dead, so we buried him, but he wasn't. So he got up and made his way back to us and got his stuff from us. Like, that's the real story. In the movie.
Well, don't ruin it for me. I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
I bet you it's a little more exciting, though, right?
I don't know if it's exciting as much as it's just like, none of that happened.
Well, movies are more entertainment value than
I understand, but I'm just like,
let me get my stuff.
I'm just like,
I want my stuff back.
the length that they went to like be like, this guy, it's like he did some really crazy shit. It's like, whoa.
I cannot find a fucking Oscar page.
So while you're looking for the winners, let's also talk about the fact that Chris Rock pissed off all of white people.
What did he actually say?
He said the White People's Choice Awards is what the Oscars was.
Oh, Jesus. There you go.
Which is almost true, though, right?
I mean, it's kind of accurate, at least this year anyway.
I don't know. He also did this very, very funny thing where he said, I'm going to go ask people in Compton about the Oscars. And he was asking all these people if they'd seen movies. And they were like, you're making this up, right? None of these movies are real. And then the last thing he asked him is, you saw Straight Outta Compton, didn't you? They're like, oh, yeah, I love that movie. It's super funny. So while I'm stalling, while Nick looks, they're also starting production on Power Rangers. I saw that. Are you pretty
Oh.
excited? Saban's Power Rangers?
Yeah, possibly.
I like that Elizabeth Banks is Rita Repulsa.
I'm sad that it's not going to be like the fan video that came out because they said that was too violent. And it's not going to be like that. You saw that, right? Obviously.
Yeah. They did you also see where they were like, the synopsis has been revealed, and it was like, oh, we're finally going to know what it's about. Guess what it's about, Nick? Can I fucking spoil it for you?
Yeah.
5 kids from Angel Grove, California, find morphers and become Power Rangers and have to stop Rita Repulsa. Oh my God! You're shocked, right?
I can't even.
I mean, the spoiler alert. The only thing I'm wondering is Tommy going to be in it? Like the original guy?
He might
Jason
be. That's all he does, right?
He's gonna have to show up as the Green Ranger, right?
Yeah, clearly.
Like they'll be like, "We're the new Power Rangers," and he'll be like, "I've been fighting this war forever because I can't do anything else except MMA and lose a lot." I don't know. He may not lose. It feels like he would.
Yeah. Let's see. Spotlight won Best Picture.
Spotlight. Did you watch that?
Nope.
Are we basically people from Compton? We don't know what any of these movies are.
I know what they are. I just haven't seen them yet. I don't really go to the out to the movies super often.
Spotlight was about, you know what it's about, right?
Yeah, priest molesting kids.
Molestation.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, but it's not even really about that as much as it's like, we work at a newspaper and we found it out and now we're gonna write a story about it. Like that's the whole movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think I saw it. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But it sounds like it would not be that fun. Right? You don't know?
It sounds like it'd be kind of a depressing movie to watch.
Well, depressing and also like, I don't know, how interesting can it be to be like, so did you hear the news? Yeah, I did. All right, editorialize it. But I don't know.
People love it. You'll never guess, but a Pixar movie won Best Animated
No
Film.
fucking way.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Inside Out won. I never would have guessed.
Mad Max won 6 most of the night.
That's awesome. That's a movie that deserved to win.
Yeah. I think it should have won Best Director, but, that's just my opinion.
I'm pretty excited that Hateful Eight won something.
What, they win Best Soundtrack?
Best, of course. It was a good movie, too. You didn't see that either, did you?
Nope.
So
really guess good. What? Also, if you write a song for a James Bond movie, you're pretty much guaranteed an Oscar.
Oh, you win.
Automatically. Every time.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, what are you going up against? You know what it was going up against? 50 Shades of Grey song. And I don't know what else. Those are the only two I recognized.
I'm pretty sad. I mean, I guess the cinematography in Revenant was pretty good. But that Mad Max, I don't know. I might be biased because I've actually seen Mad Max, but...
Yeah, that's true. I'm like, have you seen these movies? You're like, no.
Well, everything about Mad Max was like...
The cinematography in Hateful Eight was really good, too, because it was done like old school.
Yeah.
And it was shot on like a wide spectrum. It was super cool.
And what... I get Ex Machina won Best Special Effects. That's probably fairly accurate.
Yeah.
But special effects should not just be computers. I feel like that's what happens.
Yeah, because Mad Max was like all practical for
but
the
that's
most
still
part.
A special effect.
I know. I'm saying
called.
that's like it's way more cool if you're like watch this truck blow up. It's real.
Like it's a literal truck exploding and the engine's coming through.
And there's a stuntman who's trying not to die. Oh well, we could just do that with computers.
I mean, and they do. I mean, there wasn't a lot.
I feel like so if we were going by pure like special effects, should Fast and Furious win every year?
But are those effects good?
No, but there's a lot of them.
We're not talking about a lot of effects.
Remember when Vin Diesel fucking jumped a car through Abu Dhabi?
Stupid.
My favorite is from Furious 6 when he jumped out of a car and caught Michelle Rodriguez midair off of a tank and landed on another car across an entire highway.
Perfectly fine, by the way.
And he's all right.
He's fine.
he's got up. It was cool.
Oh,
he walked
Jesus
it off.
Christ. Vin Diesel is a video game character in those movies.
They become superheroes eventually. I mean, basically.
I've seen Iron Man get hurt more than Vin Diesel.
Remember when they were just street racers and then all of a sudden they were secret agents for the government?
I mean, it's a better storyline.
For sure. And don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Fast and Furious because I think they're actually enjoyable watches just for what they are.
I haven't seen the latest one.
But they're insane.
I was done when Vin Diesel caught her and landed in that car. And I'm like, what?
You know why he was okay? He was Groot. He was a superhero, bro.
I saw Captain America fall out of a building, and he was like, "Oh, that kind of, oh Jesus!" And he was hurt. He was fighting aliens at the same time. Vin Diesel flies and crashes through a windshield. He just gets up. Oh,
he eventually flew through the air, right? Like he was flying. Basically.
he was perfect timing, by the way.
Well,
I didn't know driving cars really well made you perfect timing as well.
You have to have.
Hey guys, I
perfect
can time this perfectly. I need to go exactly this. Fuck it, it's stupid.
He was really good at math, so he could do all those equations in his head super fast.
Was he? Was he really good at math?
Oh, okay. So here we are, Oscars. All of them were.
Yeah, Mad Max won 6.
Let's just go with the big ones. We got Spotlight at Best Picture, which we talked about. Best Actor in a Leading Role, Leonardo DiCaprio finally got his. Although
was he nominated for Departed? He was nominated 4 times.
It was
Aviator.
Departed, Aviator,
Wolf of Wall Street. Not Titanic, right?
No, he was. Oh, for leading actor, wasn't he? He was also nominated as Best Supporting Actor for Django, right? Like against what's his face?
Yeah, he should have won that.
He should have got it over.
Who got
Don't
him?
get me wrong. What's his face? The guy that. God damn it. Christoph Waltz. He actually won it because he was Best Supporting Actor for Jamie Foxx, but they were both nominated.
He should have won.
I think Leonardo DiCaprio should have got it over Christoph Waltz. I like Christoph Waltz, but just for the simple fact that he actually broke that glass and like
and it was
kept
in his hand,
acting, and he was just playing. I mean, he just kept going and just acted like it was part of the scene.
It was awesome, and people didn't know that was real. By the way, if you didn't know that was real,
it's real.
Yeah, he smashes that glass in anger during the dinner scene, and that's
actually
his real blood. And he pulls that glass out of his hand.
He had to get like 20 stitches or something.
Yeah, he just played the whole scene until it was done. That's dedication right there.
So we got you went down too far. Actress in a supporting role was Brie Larson, Envy Adams from Scott Pilgrim, and the au pair from The League.
And Mark Rylance won for Bridge of Spies.
Did anybody watch Bridge of Spies?
Apparently, a lot of people did. You know who he beat there?
Who'd he beat?
He beat Sylvester Stallone.
Oh my God, that's right.
Sylvester Stallone was front runner.
That's fucking. They stole that from him, right? Basically.
I mean, he probably should have won it, right?
I watched Creed, and he was awesome in that movie. Like, you forget that he made The Expendables when you watch that movie. Like, he was legitimately great. And then actress in a supporting role, Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl. What is that? I don't know what that movie is. Oh my God, animated feature film, Inside Out. Pixar won again. Best cinematography was The Revenant. Mad Max maybe should have won that one.
Revenant was, like you said, Revenant was good. I mean, what he accomplished in Fury Road.
Yeah.
As I guess they were kind of the same. They both took really long time. One was just in the jungle or in the woods, and one was in the desert.
One was in the desert.
But still,
there was way more happening in. I mean, not that nothing happened in The Revenant, but there was a lot more happening in Mad Max.
Yeah. But that's what a director is. It's not just directing a scene and camera movements. It's controlling everything.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Because cinematography, it's like, I think when it comes down to cinematography, whichever movie looks the closest, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because The Revenant looked super dark and depressing. Mad Max just looked like they were shot out in the desert. You know, there was no like, super, like.
I don't think Mad Max should have won movie.
Right.
But directing, probably. Easily.
Well, George Miller was.
Who directed Happy Feet and Happy Feet 2. And
That's
then
true.
he made Mad Max.
He was also going to make the original Justice League movie, which was supposed to be amazing. And then the writer's strike happened and they fucking just stopped it.
All right, we're going to.
So, costume design, Mad Max Fury Road, directing The Revenant. Documentary was that Amy, based on Amy Winehouse. And now we're down to the stuff that. Yeah, film editing, we got Mad Max.
Makeup and hairstyling and production design. Good production design right on.
There it is. Music, original score, Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Who would have thought?
Hey, Writing on the Wall from Spectre. Surprise, surprise.
Who sang that?
Wasn't it Sam Smith?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They should have just got Adele again, right?
Well, she would have got another Oscar probably.
She's gonna EGOT, right?
Probably.
She has to at some point. She's got a Grammy. She's got an Oscar. Now she just needs to do a Broadway show and get a Tony, and then an Emmy. She could probably get like a daytime Emmy for like showing up as herself or something. You know what I mean? It's like, so then she would EGOT, and then. So anyway, Oscars happened, and surprise, surprise. I think the only surprise of the night was the fact that that dude beat Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was heavily favored to take that for sure. And The Martian got shut out of everything.
I mean, are we really shocked?
I'm
though?
not, but it got nominated for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it's like it's Matt Damon. Not that Matt Damon's like bad. It's just like I feel like they're like, look, we've given him everything. It's Leo's night because they're like he hasn't gotten shit.
I didn't think he'd win for best actor. I thought he was good in The Martian. Don't get me wrong.
I thought he was good too. I mean, I like the movie. I just it seemed more like a late summer movie than it did an Oscar contender though. You know what I mean? Because it was like big spectrum, which I mean, I guess technically Mad Max kind of was too, but
yeah,
but it was like big spectrum, like. We're going to space again. Like,
yeah, it was popcorny. Popcorny. That's what it's called. That's why people. I'm glad Mad Max got nominated as much as it did and won as much as it did because it deserved.
Me too. I mean, it's awesome. When do you think they're gonna let comic book movies get nominated? Besides Heath Ledger for The Dark Knight.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's in our future.
It's going to have to happen, though, because it's
unless they go back to Nolan style.
That's true.
Because those are very, like, Ledger's performance was.
That's true.
It deserved to win that, even if he wasn't dead. I mean, he still should have won it.
Shouldn't they have given Best Actor to Christian Bale for that awesome Batman voice?
No, they should have given Best Impersonation to Pete Holmes for his impersonation of Christian Bale as Batman.
I would have win the Oscar.
I would like to win the Oscar. And the Oscar goes to... Shout out to the beginning of the podcast. That was yesterday.
Yeah, that's how long we've been going, guys. 2 full days.
So we're wrapping it up.
I guess we can. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for listening. If you will, like and subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Twitter and follow Plastic Tombstone, TMBSTONE. Like us on Facebook. Visit our website, plastictombstonestudios.com.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. That's what it sounds like. That's what happens.
That's when you click on stuff. It's pretty cool.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you next week. And until next time, have dreams of Chuck Norris, sidekick style. We're out. Peace.
Later.